Welcome to Cecile Guasch, expert of Digit. You have been working in a lot of domains, procurement domain, but also now legal and so on. I have a very difficult question for you. How to turn business use cases into semantic models? Can you tell us how to do that?
Well, to turn business cases into semantic model, I think the first, the important thing to do is to understand the needs to really understand the needs that are at stake. Because without really fulfilling your stakeholder need or thinking of them without really going to the stakeholder, you would just go wrong. So this is the first key important point, to know the objectives that are, so the objectives and the needs are more fine-grained way of expressing the objectives. And then I think it comes into, so you can, in IT you can create whatever you want. If you have a lot of money, without constraint, okay, you have no risk. So I think then the question is to know how efficient you want to be, what is your organization ready to, where it is ready to go. And lately we know that efficiency is important, that money is less and less. So then comes this question, this balance, and why semantic models? Because, so my question is also, why would we go for semantic models? It's, you could also invent something just for the sake of the little exercise that you are dealing with. So I think that here really I would answer your question is that in order to facilitate the life of the implementation, you need to stick to standards, because the more you will use specifications that are already used elsewhere, you will be able to construct a robust solution, a solution that is maybe already available there or part of it as open source code. So you need to make the most of existing resource. So this is also, what we advocate for in our unit, reusability of things. But this allows for efficiency and fast implementation at lower cost. And also, I would think that if you build a solution or you buy a solution, it's not that you need to build it, but you work on standard specification, you ensure data portability, so you ensure more competition if you need to procure it, to buy things. So overall, yes, so I would not answer your question, but semantic models that are key in designing solutions. And maybe, so what happened, I think, in the past is that in the past, or in my previous experience, I could see that it was not so easy. So now I'm more working for no more in the development of IT systems, but when I was working in the development of IT systems, it was not so easy to convince people in the development field to look around what was existing as semantic models, and if you found one, they would not always want to use them because they thought they were different, for instance. And for the business who is behind, who should decide on these things, maybe sometimes they would not understand them sufficiently, so they would need to be more skilled to be able to make the right decision about this or that semantic model or a semantic model already. So this awareness of the importance of semantic models, when I was a practitioner in IT, more I mean in really development of IT solutions, was not there. And now I think it's coming. We can see in this,
Indeed.
as today, we see that there are people that are really understand that it is important, and it can ease their life. Then what about semantic model? I think that there are key aspects that we need to take into consideration. Is that they are not always, you don't need to consider them as the truth. Mm-hmm. And they can be kind of, for me, like, I don't know the word in English. When you climb a mountain, you need some sticks, milestones that you can hold to go above. Mm-hmm. And I see them as these anchors that you can use to go further. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they need to be extended also. They won't. Maybe you need to extend them to support fully your needs, or you need to customize them to make them smaller because you don't want to go somewhere that they provide. Another point that I wanted to mention, I think is important about semantic models, is that the more foundational they are, the better. Or if they are built upon foundation models, you ensure better reusability and better interoperability with other sectors. So it's also the problem that if you are in isolation in your sector, you risk to remain in your isolation. Mm-hmm. The model can help you very below the surface to give these paths to be integratable, or to have these possibilities for integration with other sectors, which, as we know now, becomes also crucial. Nothing is standalone. You need to be able to interact in many ways with anything that we don't know in advance. So this fosters innovation also. It's crucial for innovation. So voilà.
Okay.
I don't know how long
I
have.
No,
sorry.
okay, that's, I have another question. Do you believe SEMIC has to do more or other things to achieve what you are saying?
Well, first, SEMIC is doing something good. So when I was talking of these foundational models, SEMIC has core vocabularies. These are, for instance, we take Oslo, that is used in the Flanders,
yes.
Has this underlying foundation of core vocabularies, which is great. They could say how great it is, but then SEMIC provides a methodology to build semantic models, which is also great. Now SEMIC provides a toolkit to develop these semantic models. I think it's also great. SEMIC organizes this type of events, which allows communication, breaking silos, understanding what others are doing,
building community,
which is also perfect. SEMIC has also some pilots, so it pilots with public administrations mainly, so that it supports, it helps playing around with concepts and with ways to implement these semantic models, which is also good. What could it do more? Maybe it could have provide additional support services or increase the communication. So it has a communication bit, but maybe not at the technical, or I'm not so sure because I'm not a user of SEMIC. Maybe it could increase its reach out to more people.
Also business people probably, not only technicians. Okay.
Yes. So this is for sure. So as I was mentioning earlier, the business people, they need to really understand what is in semantic models because it's crucial to be a success. So indeed, but it changes now. I also felt that there is a shift from the attendees of this community, that there are more business people this time than there were previously. So, but it could be better. Also, reach out to the people that are dealing with policies, and this is so something where I'm really interested in. But SEMIC should also have target this type of people to ensure that in the legal layer there are also not concepts invented that then do not fit with the semantic model. So this is
to be interoperable since the
design.
Since the start.
Yes.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Thanks a lot, Cecile, for this interview.